Welcome back to the We Are City channel for an episode of our Manchester City career mode here on FC 2500. A new manager who will face off against his former side to kick off today's episode in AFC Brentford, or Football Brentford FC. They are then 3 days later before the end of the transfer window, where we aren't looking to make any moves. Maybe look at some young players, possibly. But that's as much as we're going to do. We're going to September, and we're looking at the new signings, the new players, and saying where is the chance for them to really get a game where they can have a bit of a off game, where they can, have that chance with not too much pressure, but it doesn't look like it's coming anytime soon. Villa away, Bayern away, Liverpool at home, United away, Bournemouth at home maybe is the one. Then we've got Juve away as well in Champions League, Arsenal away, Spurs at home, Real Madrid at home, Wolves away, and Chelsea at home. A really tough start to the season. Now, we started well. We've played so far 2 games, 2 clean sheets, 6 goals scored, and we're looking to keep up that similar record in today's game. Well, our manager knows this Brentford side very well. He has made 2 changes going to the game against them today. Bryan Mbeumo comes in for Erling Callum up top, and Mario comes in for Callum Doyle in the back line. Doyle was maybe a little bit shaky in that Forest game. Still no appearance on the bench for Scalvin Hughes, in training and looking good, but not ready to be in this starting 11. Hugo Larsson is on the bench also. But we're a side absolutely stacked with talent in the defensive areas, midfield areas and attacking areas. That does give a chance to rest Erling Callum and Mbeumo to play today. Just a different sort of player up there. Of course, Haaland's been scoring goals for fun. I'd like Echivede and Doku and Bob to play some more games for us, and maybe today Haaland can be completely rested in this one. So Brentford at home for Manchester City to take on, and a Brentford game which we should be coming out on top of. They know themselves very well, and they know the manager they're coming up against. They know the motivation of this City side, captained by Norgard. Well, this is the Brentford side then, starting with the goalkeeper. They keep with Flecken, who starts in goal here today for Brentford. It's a back 4 of Kabore, from one of our players, Webster, Pinnock and Ronaldo. It's Norgard, Janelt and also Magoma in the midfield. And then it's Gustavo Nunes, Martinez and also Magoma up top. 2 very, very high quality plays in terms of on-the-ball ability. Verts. Into the space to Mbeumo. He's foul. He keeps going here, Bryan Mbeumo. Still gets there. Mbeumo. Savinho. Verts. Verts to try and test Flecken here. And it's just wide the post by Verts, but Flecken wasn't getting there. Wide to Singo. Good ball, Singo. Into Mbeumo. Can't find him. Back out to Foden. Rico Lewis. Back over top here. Foden. He's offside, Phil Foden. Thought it was a good find as well. Into the box. Diaz across, can't win it. Space is open up. Rico Lewis wins it back. Then Mbeumo. Trouble for Brentford again. And Mbeumo plays Phil Foden. And Foden away from Ronaldo. And Phil Foden. And Phil Foden! Great save by Flecken. In. Guardiola is there. And Mbeumo. Back out. Verts. Savinho. Cross in. Singo is there! Oh, thought he was going to bury that. Guardiola takes it down. Barella. Back through to Joshko. Cross comes in. Blocked away by Kabore behind for another corner for Manchester City. Nice feet by the Brazilian. Kabore. Oh, great challenge by Vardiol. Big trouble here for Brentford. Verts wide to Foden. He gets there. Foden in. And Mbeumo! What a miss by Bryan Mbeumo. Foden. Verts. Falling behind to Mbeumo. Great running from Bryan Mbeumo. Mbeumo taken off his feet by Adam Webster, a former teammate at Brentford, and half-time 0-0. And we probably should have scored here. We've had chances today. Back over top here. Meant for Mbeumo. Dealt with. Nunes against Varela. Down to Rico. Right to Savinho. Far post to Foden. Might keep this into Mbeumo in the middle. And Kabore away. Well, they might win the header, they do. Diaz down to Varela. City away, Rico Lewis. Florian Verts. Verts into Savinho. Great ball. And here is Savinho for City. And it's Savinho. And on to Mbeumo. Why didn't he shoot? He does a second time. And it's saved by Flecken. And also Alan Varela. Hugo Larsson. First touches the header away. Foden picks it up here. Foden. Look at Rico Lewis for the middle. And he plays Rico Lewis, who's not the quickest. And Rico driving. Rico. Into the box here to Phil Foden. It's a Kabore. Brilliant defending. Florian Verts in the rebound. And cleared away by Brentford. They've got away with some today, Brentford. They really have. Foden. Larsson. Big switch towards Savinho. Finds him. Brilliant. Savinho! Goal for City. Goal for Savinho. And what a ball from Hugo Larsson in midfield. The new man, the new number 8 for Manchester City. And he plays an incredible pass there. Over the top to Savinho at the far post. Hits across it with great quality. And a fantastic finish. Singo dives in unnecessarily. Luis Potter. Defence feels very open here. Martinez. Singo is a good defender, is he? But he's not been there. The chance for them. And they put it wide. The ref should blow the full-time whistle. A 1-0 win over Brentford. It doesn't come easy. But we get 3 points against Thomas Frank's former side. And I am very happy with just getting the win and again keeping a clean sheet. A massive move for Declan Rice. A £92 million move away from Arsenal to Atalanta. That is a very unexpected one. Solid display there from us. Wirtz gets man of the match in the game. And it looks like there's a lot of moves going on in the transfer market. It's been a big market for every club. Well, there being transfer deadline day, I thought I'd look at all the transfers that we completed in the current transfer window, and we've done pretty well if you ask me. Rodri left the club for 100 million, Edison to Inter for 85, Manu Akanji to Bayern Leverkusen for 65 were our 3 biggest departures. In came Giorgio Scalvini for 50 million from Roma, yet to make an appearance so far. John Stones to Valencia for 38.5. Chevalier come in for 38 million, Ugo Larsson for 38 as well from Eintracht Frankfurt, Amedio for 35 from Borussia Mönchengladbach. We saw Nathan Ake move for 32 million to Milan, Singo come in from Monaco for 16, and also Patrick Donoghue come in for 11 million from Real Betis. Keenan Braithwaite left the club to Luton Town for 7 million, Mahamadou Sissoko moved to Coventry for 4 million, and then a lot of loans happened with our younger players. But interestingly enough, we actually sold 331.5 million total worth of talent, but only spent 188 million, showing that we've had a profitable transfer window despite this big squad overhaul. If you look at some of the biggest transfers of the window so far, Odegaard moving for nearly 150 million to Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal replacing with Xavi Simons of PSG, interesting move there. Alvarez to Leipzig, PSG bringing in Vlahovic, Openda to Milan, Rice there as well, moving Lenormand to Napoli, Adeyemi to Everton, one of the biggest deals as well. I mean, some massive transfers in this transfer window, and lots of transfers happening around the world of football that have been particularly interesting as well, and hopefully goes for an interesting season here in Season 3. And our next task is up against 13th place Aston Villa, and I have signed a top side to go away to Villa Park. Us, Arsenal and Liverpool, the only 3 sides currently with a perfect record, which shows, despite our amazing start, we are in for a tough season here. We've conceded no goals, they've conceded 1 each, but we've scored 7, and they've scored 7 and 6 each, all very even despite us sitting top of that table on goal difference at the moment. Well, Pep Guardiola makes... Thomas Frank makes 3 changes in his side going into this game against Aston Villa. Jeremy Doku comes in for Savinho on the left-hand side today. We see Ugo Larsson come and start in the midfield, his first start for the club ahead of Alan Varela. And Giorgio Scalvini, no appearance off the bench, but he comes in and starts alongside Ruben Diaz straight away in the starting 11. Our biggest sign this summer for 50 million. A real good defender, a real good quality player on the ball. And I'm excited to see how he does away at Villa Park. One spectacular squad that Manchester City have built this season, despite making a profit as well. They've lost some really big players. The departure of Rodri is a massive one, Manu Akanji and Edison. But City so far seem to have replaced them very well. It is early days and players tend to make a big impact at their early stages in their career at clubs. But main one that sticks out to me so far today and so far in this series has been Cavalier, the goalkeeper. Replacing Edison is not an easy task. A player that's been the goalkeeper for Manchester City for over 10 years. One of our players of the season many a times, who were nominated for player of the season. And he has been a starter for this side so far. Saved a penalty, and he's yet to concede a single goal. This is the Aston Villa side. Unai Emery continues to build here at Villa Park. In the Midlands it is Emilio Martinez who starts in goal, of Meccano and Houston partner at the back with Hakimi Moreno. Sanchez and Ruben Neves the captain of the midfield 3, with also Nador, Rodgers and Eric Maria supporting Diogo Jota up top. Right, ball in behind us here, it's a nice one. On the far side, Diaz throws a foot at it. Jota with a chance here, Scalvini. Big challenge by the Italian. Ugo Larsson, who is considered one of the top young players, and he's in the world in his position, I do believe. Signed him on a very good deal, I thought. Rico Lewis. Wirtz. In behind here. Haaland to try and beat Martinez, who gets there ahead of him. Doku. This far side up against Hakimi. Vardiol. Rico Lewis. Down to Wirtz. Larsson. Foden. Larsson. Off to Erling Haaland here. 1-0 City. And Ugo Larsson gets his 2nd assist in as many appearances for this City side. And Erling Haaland scores for us to open the scoring at Villa Park. Well, very good midfield play from Hugo Larsson. Really, really good midfield play. Worked it around in that midfield fantastically well. Onto Foden, a little back heel through to him. What a touch that is. Onto Haaland. And 1-0 Manchester City. Really good start in this one. Haaland scores. And great play from Hugo Larsson. Big shoes to fill. Nerea against Diaz, who's made the challenge here, but it's a foul. Hopefully they take it quickly. They don't, and Ruben Neves from this set-piece situation is difficult for us. Ruben Neves off the line by Scalvini. Neves back forward and behind for a goal kick. Into Florian Wirtz. Doku with space here. Doku. One way than the other. Foden. Foden hits one! Just past the post by Phil Foden. I thought there he's scoring that. Maybe he should score that, Phil Foden. He's had a lot of chances, Foden, in games this season. Well done, Larsson here. Down to Wirtz. Foden. Lifts one in behind. Haaland. Great touch by Haaland. Taken down by Upamecano, referee. Larsson sees that ball to Doku, and it's a really good ping to Doku. And against Hakimi, he struggled again, Doku. Vardiol. Ball in. Foden is there. Haaland on the rebound. Just didn't pull the trigger. I asked him to hit it. He decided against it. Single, well done. Wirtz. Not the passer played. Rico. Wirtz. Wirtz. Wirtz still going here into the box. Larsson on the edge of the box here. Hugo Larsson! Oh, what a finish from Hugo Larsson. 2-0 Manchester City. And his first start for the club, he's made a massive impact. He's just that bit more quality than Varela on the edge of the box. And he's been absolutely brilliant today. What a goal that is into the back of the net. One touch and he just bends it. Edge of the box. It's a great area to take a shot from there. Over the goalkeeper. Ruben Neves got to be quicker out to him. And he's not quick enough. It's an assist for Wirtz. And a fantastic finish from Hugo Larsson. Haaland occupies them. Neves really slow to get across. And what a finish by the young Swede. 2-0 Manchester City, who set off this season. Great feat by Diogo Jota here. Jota, Scalvini, pulled it back out here. Neves blocked by Diaz. Larsson into Rico Lewis. City can counter in transition here. Doku. Haaland. Wirtz. Trouble. Wirtz. Have we let this go here? Wirtz. Tackled by Upamecano into the box. Referee. He got the ball and City just crush ourselves on the counter. Doku chases. Doku trying to win it back. He does do brilliantly. Foden. Foden. Haaland is there. Haaland is there down the middle. Back to Haaland. Great save. How we haven't scored there, I don't know. Larsson. Back wide to Foden. How have we not scored there? Sanchez. That is half time. That is full time. In fact, we don't get the players on. A 2-0 win for City. Another clean sheet for Thomas Frank's side, who defensively looks solid, whoever's in the back line. And I'm very impressed with how we played. And it's now into the Champions League, where we are in this big league phase as it is now. And the opening game for this Manchester City side is away to Vincent Kompany's Bayern Munich. Things could have started any more difficult than that. This is time we're going to go against Bayern Munich, and we are going to use this back five formation that we've seen Thomas Frank use at Brentford, and we are going to use in the big games and starting off today against Bayern Munich. And Burmo and Erling Haaland will partner as the two up top. It's going to be Wirtz, Varela and Larsson, and a very all-action midfield, an attacking player, a very defensive player, and then a sort of box-to-box player. A back five is going to be Diaz at the heart of the defence with Scalvini and Vardy either side, and then attacking wing-backs in Patrick Dorgu making his City debut, his first start, and also Bayern is going to play on the right-hand side. I think he'll be fantastic on that far side, playing the Sergi Canas role that we saw Brentford play when he was first promoted. On the bench, we've got Echeverri, who can play alongside Haaland, probably come on for Burmo, Doku, Savinho, Foden, Doyle, Murillo, Singo, and also Rico Lewis. So the Allianz Arena, Bayern Munich, Vincent Kompany comes up against one of his former clubs in Manchester City. Could we have picked Vincent Kompany as the new City manager? Well, that was certainly in our ideas, but instead we went for Premier League experience, and that is a manager now that looks to try and win City a Champions League trophy. A manager who has not had experience in the Champions League before, but knows that this City side only won one Champions League under Pep Guardiola. We couldn't add to that, and we look and intend to add to that this season. They have re-signed Joao Cancelo, a former City player. They've got some really quality players in there, Harry Kane, Jamal Musiala. They knocked out the Champions League last season and went on to win it. They are the current holders, and they are a big test for Thomas Frank's side. So this is Vincent Kompany's Bayern side that look very strong with lots of added players in there. Lenny Yoro, Hato and so on the bench. It is Jo Costa in goal, Tapsoba, Van der Ven, Lima and Cancelo the back four, Pavlovic and captain Paulinho in the midfield two, Musiala, Coleman and Elise in behind, Harry Kane up top. Diaz intercepted it, the captain, back in on Kane, spun him, fouled, free kick goes Bayern's way, quickly taken, Musiala. Fantastic feet onto Elise here, blocked by Vardiel who can't keep it in. It's an early corner for Bayern and a very quick start by the German side. Header here over the bar. Cavalier, I think, knew it was going over, the Frenchman. Hooks one back through to Wirtz. I have to say, Bayern's midfield. You can see why they're champions of Europe. They work very hard. And Varela's been done by Musiala here. Musiala. Back across to Kane. Back out to Musiala. And back into Harry Kane here. A good save of the keeper. Back to Musiala. And it's hit the near post. It's wide the post by the young German. Wirtz through to Bayern. Nice run again by Bayern. Across the box. It's a Haaland. It's swiped away by Mickey van der Ven. Wirtz back onto Varela. Into the box here. Musiala. Great feet. Onto Elise. Cavalier with a save. And away by Bayern. And Wirtz shimmies away through. He's passed a few more challenges, Wirtz. He's passed Cancelo as well, Florian Wirtz. And Wirtz back across the box here towards Erling Haaland. And the yellow cross the goalkeeper managed to get there. Varela. Larsen. Dorgu. Ball forward. Haaland down to Larsen here. Hugo Larsen at the Allianz Arena. Half time, 0-0, but we've played pretty well and we are trying. But it's not so easy. At wing back, it's not really his role. He's filled in there today. And it's certainly something to think about who can play that role, whether Willie Singo does, as Musiala goes through here. And he's past Ruben Diaz. And he's big trouble for his Musiala goes through, and a great save by Cavalier. Larsen fighting with him. He comes away with it, the big Swede, Larsen. And he pings one forward towards Erling Haaland here. And there's big trouble for Bayern. And they play the ball towards Mbuemo, who gets there. Mbuemo gives Manchester City the lead at the Allianz. Wonderful assist by Erling Haaland. Fantastic goal from Brian Mbuemo. And City have the lead. What a finish by Brian Mbuemo there. On the counter, Larsen through to Haaland, who's making the run. Onto Mbuemo, touch on the chest. And a really good finish there past the goalkeeper. And City are in front of the Allianz against Vincent Kompany's Bayern Munich. That is massive. Musiala. Vardiel with him. Elise. Vardiel there again. He's left space in behind Musiala. Away from Patrick Dorgu. This is where your midfield's going to help you out. Musiala past another. Musiala hits one. Cavalier with another brilliant save. Well, peeling off Cancelo, but the ball from Lewis is really poor. And now he's out of position and he's going to get back here. And here's Musiala. Scalvini's there. And Kane from range, and Cavalier over the bar again. Passing towards Echeverri up against Conrad Lima. And he beat him, Echeverri. And he's passed Lima with great skill. And Echeverri. And he looks to hit it, Echeverri. It's fantastic from Echeverri. And it's saved by the keeper. Larsen. Dorgu. Swings across into the far post. Phil Foden's waiting away by Bayern. On by Coleman. Full-time whistle goes. A big 1-0 win away from home at the Allianz Arena to beat Bayern Munich in our first ever Champions League debut game is massive for Thomas Frank's side. And Bayern, the champions of this competition, beaten. Well, let's meet the squad for the new season by number then. Starting with the number one, it is Lucas Cavalier. He's our goalkeeper, the 24-year-old. Number two will be Wilfred Singo, our right back for the season. Number three and captain Ruben Diaz, 90 rated. This man is one of the best in the world. Joshua Vardiel, our left back for the season. Number 4, he will take. Number 5 is new signing Murillo. Number 6 is Giorgio Scalvini. Number 7, Florian Wirtz, 90 rated at 23 years of age. Number 8 is Hugo Larsen, 22 years of age, 81 rated. Number 9 is, of course, 94 rated Erling Haaland, the striking Viking who's going to score so many goals this season. Number 10 is Claudio Echeverri. He takes a prestigious number this year. 11, Jeremy Doku. Number 12 goes to the 41-year-old and fourth choice goalkeeper, or third choice goalkeeper, Jamie Young. Number 13 is Patrick Dorgu, the new Danish fullback. We've got Callum Doyle wearing the number 14 shirt for Manchester City. Number 17 is Alex Bayena. Number 19 is Brian Mbuemo. Number 20, Oscar Bob for this year. Number 21, Rico Lewis. Number 22, midfielder Alan Varela. Number 26, Savinho. Number 27, right back for the season to Willie Singo. It is Jedel Katongo, who played well at Crystal Palace on loan last year. Number 30, Michael Zatera. Number 32 is Maximo Piron. And finally, and not well, second to last anyway, number 45 for the season, Devin Mabama, a striker signed from West Ham. He's been fantastic out on loan. And then finally, it is number 47. It is Phil Foden.